Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be filming my knitwear collection. It's just a collection of the jumpers that I have currently in my wardrobe that I've sort of collected over the years. I've got one or two new bits, but mostly they're things that I've had either from last season or maybe a few seasons before that. I've got some high street and also some premium high street pieces, so the prices do kind of vary, but if I can find a link to the products, I'll list them in the description bar below. Some of them are slightly older though, so I'll try to find alternatives if I can't find the exact one. I know it's just the start of February at the moment, but it's been absolutely freezing, especially here in London, so I thought it would be great to share with you my jumper picks and the kind of things I've been wearing in like the winter period, and I hope you get some inspiration from my choices. So without further ado, let's get into the video. First up, we have this jumper that I picked up from Topshop petite section around 2 years ago now, I think, and it's just this grey ribbed semi-roll neck. Yeah, as you can see, it's like half a roll neck jumper, and it's just got this two side splits on the side, and also it's got a slight dropped hem. I'll insert cutaways of me wearing the jumpers because it's a little bit hard to see showing you like this, but essentially, yeah, it's just this ribbed jumper. It's actually only made of acrylic and polyester, like a mix, and despite that, it's actually really warm. I've had it the last 2 winters now, and it's kept me warm throughout the winter months. And yeah, it's just a great all-rounder. It's like a lighter shade of grey, so I feel like it goes well with just about anything. I have a camel coat that I sometimes wear on top of it, or like it goes well with like black jeans or even blue jeans if you have them. So yeah, it's a really versatile piece, and I'm really glad I picked this up because I just like the fit of it as well. It's like a semi-slouchy fit, and it's just really comfortable, especially in the winter where you just kind of want to be really comfy and cozy, and you don't want anything too restrictive. Like, it just feels really nice, and I'm really happy I got this. The only thing I didn't like with this jumper was the fact that I guess maybe it's to do with the material, but it bobbles so easily. I don't know if you can see, I'll try to insert some close-ups, but it's just bobbled. It's not too noticeable, but like I can definitely feel it. Like, it doesn't feel as soft as when I first bought it. But again, maybe it's to do with the way that I wash it. Like, I just put it in the washing machine like it said, but maybe it's a bit more delicate and needs a bit more love and attention. But yeah, other than that, I really love this jumper, so I'm really glad I got it. Carrying on with high street brands, the next jumper that I have is from Zara. It's just this blue crew neck knit jumper, and it's got these really nice gold button details here. The poppers do actually come undone. Again, I'll show you in the cutaways, but yeah, it's not as, it's definitely a different material compared to the last jumper. It's made of, sorry, I actually cut the tag out of this, but I'm not actually sure what the material is because I actually cut the tag out of it because it was quite scratchy. I don't know about you, but I find that some brands, like especially Zara, have really big tags, and if you don't cut them, I feel like it just scratches like the side of your body constantly and just makes me like really itch, so I just cut it off. So yeah, I can't tell you what the material is, unfortunately, but yeah, I just really like this jumper. It's more like a layering piece though. I feel like, especially right now, it's much too cold to wear, like without maybe a cardigan over the top or something like that. It's just, yeah, a little bit on the thinner side compared to the previous jumper that I showed you from Topshop. But all the same, like, it's a really nice jumper, and as I said, I really like the gold detailing on the sleeves, and it's sort of like asymmetrical as well, so it's not entirely like rounded off, so it's a bit of unique detailing there. And yeah, like, this is a jumper that I'll probably start to wear again in like as we transition into spring, when it starts to get a little bit warmer, well, fingers crossed. And I normally pair this with a tartany patterned skirt that I have, but it also looks great paired with like black jeans. Like, I've worn it just with black jeans before. It's a great piece for styling with jeans or with skirts. It's just like a basic for your wardrobe, so you can't really go wrong with that. And yeah, I just really like this one. I've had this one for a few years now, so again, I'll link something similar below, but yeah, it's just one of my favorites, and it's actually kept really well. Sometimes I find with Zara, a quality, like, it can be a bit hit and miss, but I've literally had this one for about at least 5 years now, and it's just washed and worn so well, and there's like limited bobbling as well, so I'm really happy with that. The next high street piece I have is this H&M jumper. Again, I've had this one for a really long time. It's just this wide neck, slightly cropped jumper. and it's got sort of like drop sleeves, so the underarm doesn't come all the way up to the underarm, it kind of just falls, it tends to sit a bit below. I'll insert clips of me wearing the jumper, but I really like this piece more layered over shirts. I don't tend to wear this one just on its own because I feel like, especially with the wide round neck, it's just quite, it makes my neck feel really exposed, and I'm not really a big fan of that. And also, again, it's too cold to wear something like that right now, so I tend to layer it on top of things. So I've got a blue Oxford shirt from Uniqlo, which I like to pair it with. I've also got a white long boyfriend fit shirt that I wear on top of it as well. But yeah, it's just great. It's a great layering piece. But again, it goes really well with skirts or just even with some jeans. And the colour black, you can't really go wrong. It's a staple for any wardrobe. And the material is not the best. It's made of, it's 100% acrylic, so you can definitely feel the difference in quality compared to some of the other jumpers that I have, but I don't remember this being expensive at all. Like, knowing H&M jumpers and sweaters, some of them can be as affordable as like £10, £15, so I think it's a really great piece. And again, I've had this for years. I think I definitely got it when I first started working, believe it or not, was around 10 years ago now, so yeah, I've had it a really long time, and despite the fact that the material isn't the nicest, it's actually washed relatively well. Hasn't bobbled as much as my Topshop jumper has actually, but I feel like in that long period of time, like, the quality obviously has evolved slightly, so yeah, maybe I just got lucky with this one. But yeah, it's a black jumper, you can't go wrong, so another great staple to have in your wardrobe if you haven't already got one. So yeah, I definitely recommend going to H&M to look for knitwear as well if you haven't already. My next jumper is this khaki green one from Monkey. Again, it's slightly cropped, but because I'm quite short, I've got like a short body, it doesn't look cropped on me. I actually picked this up in the sale last year, I think, or perhaps the year before, for like £10. It was like such a good bargain. And I just like the fact that this is a really slouchy fit jumper, and it's got these really wide sleeves, and it's also got this green fabric detail from the elbow to the end of the sleeve. So midway along the sleeve it's just got this fabric detail, which is quite, sort of gives it a bit of texture. And it's got a round neck, but it's pretty high up, so I don't feel like my neck is too exposed. And it's made of 100% acrylic, and yeah, it's washed pretty well. Like, I haven't had any difficulties washing it. It's just a 30-degree wash, so it's pretty easy to look after. But yeah, it's just like a nice jumper. It's different to the colours that I have in my current collection. The khaki green, I wasn't really sure how to wear and then if it suited me or not, but I normally just wear this as it is. And yeah, it's just really nice. And again, because it's got such wide sleeves, it's such a cozy, slouchy fit, and it's perfect for like the winter months. And as we transition into spring as well, the khaki colour is quite versatile. So yeah, it's a really nice one, and I'm glad I picked it up for such a good price. The next jumper I'm going to talk about is from ASOS, and it's this pink one that I'm wearing now. And I'll leave a link to my ASOS unboxing video somewhere, because I actually bought this recently and I absolutely love it. It's just got these wide sleeves, and it's also got this colourful stripe detailing across the sleeves and also across the body as well. And it's just become one of my favourite pieces in my collection, especially due to the colour. I'm sure you probably already noticed I do wear a lot of shade colours rather than bright colours. So this is the first bright piece that I bought in like a really long time. But I actually quite like the fact that it is bright, but the different colour stripes really help to break up the pink, because I feel like the pink can be a bit too much personally for me, so I like the fact that it's got the different colours to kind of break it up. It's also ribbed as well, so it gives it a nice texture, and yeah, I just really love this jumper. I'm pretty sure it's still available, so I'll leave the details down below. Moving on to this burgundy red cable knit jumper. Again, it looks like it's on the shorter side because I'm short. And I actually got this from Hong Kong about 4 or 5 years ago now, so I'll try and find something similar if I can. But yeah, I just really like this jumper because of the detailing, but also the fact that the length is really good for me, because it's not cropped but it's not long either. It just kind of sits just right along my waist, so I quite like that. And also, this is another great jumper that I like to layer on top of like shirts. So similar to the H&M jumper that I mentioned, I've got some shirts in my collection that I just kind of layer over the top and it keeps me nice and warm. You can wear it on its own, but I feel like the wide neck, it just looks nicer with something underneath. But I don't know, like, it just depends how you want to style it, I guess. But personally, I like to wear something underneath. I like that collar and the jumper look, so yeah, I really like this one. It's nice and warm as well. I don't know what the material is, but I'm assuming it'll be some sort of like acrylic polyester blend. I bought this in Hong Kong, so I don't imagine it was too expensive. I'm pretty sure I got it from a market actually. So yeah, another great piece that I've loved having in my wardrobe, and with it being so cold recently, I'll definitely get a lot of wear out of this. So the next two jumpers are from And Other Stories, and they're actually the same jumper but in different colours. Because I loved it that much, I had to get the same one but in a different colour. But I started off with this red one, and it's this dark red crew neck jumper. So the neck is a round crew neck, but it's not too high. It's just right actually. Like, I find it comes just above my collarbone, so it's like a really nice neckline for me. And I don't know what this material is, but it's just really soft, and it has washed so well and worn so well. I've worn and washed it like numerous times, and it still looks and feels just like when I bought it. And it wasn't like the high street prices, but it was around £35, which I think is pretty good for And Other Stories, because sometimes their knitwear can be really expensive. But yeah, I really like this jumper, and the length is also really good as well. Slightly longer than some of the other jumpers that I've shown. It sits just after my waist, so like the tops of my thighs kind of thing. And yeah, it's just a really nice jumper. I really like the style, the fit, the material. It's just really great quality for £35. And the black one is essentially the same thing. So I really liked the red one, and I just got myself the black one as well because I thought it would be, again, easy to match in the wardrobe. I've got the H&M black one, but I also wanted sort of a slightly better quality black jumper as well. Again, I've worn this over shirts, but most of the time I wear this just as it is, layered on top of like a vest or t-shirt underneath or something. But yeah, I really love these jumpers, and I can't recommend them enough. And the great thing about these as well is you can put them in the washing machine. Especially now as I get older, I don't have the patience for like hand washing clothes. So whenever I'm looking to buy anything new, I need to check that you can put in the washing machine, otherwise I'm not keeping it. And these are both worn and washed so beautifully, and I'm really happy I got them both. So yeah, I definitely recommend And Other Stories for knitwear if you're looking to sort of invest in better quality pieces. But if you're like me and can't deal with the hassle of the hand wash, then just check in like the product care and how to look after them. But most of them that I've seen you can get away with putting in the washing machine, so definitely check them out if you haven't already. The next three jumpers that I have to show you are from a brand called Madewell, and I believe it's an American brand. I picked these up in the States the last few times that we've been. I was first drawn in because of the style. Again, it's not too tight, it's just kind of slightly slouchy, just really comfy. I don't know if you can tell, I have a recurring theme with jumpers. They have to be sort of slouchy, comfy. Because you're wearing them in the winter, I just want to be comfy and cozy, and the slouchy jumper thing is what I'm after. So this first one is a grey knit. It's slightly on the lighter side, so I definitely double up with either a roll neck underneath, or definitely like a vest top t-shirt, something along those lines, but definitely something underneath, especially right now in the winter. It's just too cold to not wear anything else underneath it. It's got quite a low round neck. So while I mentioned that I'm not particularly a fan of it, I feel like because it's a lower round neck rather than a wide round neck, I feel okay to wear it sometimes on its own without a shirt underneath. But you can definitely wear this sort of in the springtime when it gets a little bit warmer. As I said, it's low, so it doesn't make me feel too uncomfortable to wear it because it's a lower neck rather than a wide sort of boat neck that exposes your whole top half. But yeah, I really like this jumper. The material it's a mix of cotton and viscose, so a bit of a blend, which is, I guess the cotton makes it feel quite soft. But yeah, I just really like this jumper. It was definitely on the more expensive side compared to the other ones that I featured. the brand itself is sort of more like a premium high street brand, I would say. So the prices are sort of, I can't remember how much this was, but I'll see if I can find an alternative below. But this was, I'm pretty sure this was around the £50 mark, if not more. I can't remember because of the dollar exchange rate at the time, but I feel like as I'm getting older, I definitely want to invest more rather than buy lots of trend-led pieces. So this was definitely one that I just knew that I can invest in. It's like a grey colour, it's versatile. I've had this for around 3 years now, I think, and I wear it every winter, and because it's slightly thinner as well, I think it's a great piece to transition from winter to spring. So yeah, I really like this. It's got like really long sleeves, like the sleeves I think come past my hand, and it's also a longer length as well. Again, I'm pretty sure it's like the tops of my thighs. I'm just trying to picture myself wearing it now. But yeah, it's just a really nice jumper, and I've had it in my collection for a number of years now, and I'm not looking to get rid of it anytime soon. Last but not least, another 2 jumpers that I have from Knitwear. Again, they're actually the same jumper but in 2 different colours. I got this in the cream colour, and it has a similar neck to the previous knit that I showed you, and it's slightly thicker, so it's definitely warmer. Again, I can get away with not having to layer as much. It's not as needed as the previous jumper. But yeah, I really like this one, and similar to the Topshop one that I showed earlier on, it also has a side split as well as a drop hem. So it's slightly shorter at the front, longer at the back. And I just really like this jumper. The only thing is that I would say, actually with the other Knitwear jumper as well, they do recommend hand washing a lot of these things, and when I bought them at the time I didn't actually check. So when I got them home, it did say to hand wash, but I thought I could chance it in the washing machine and do like a delicate wash, and I must say, like, I think I ruined it slightly because it's a bit hard to tell showing you like this now, but the sleeves are slightly misshapen. The body is like generally okay, but it's the sleeves that are a bit misshapen. I feel like on the cuffs they're slightly wider than they should be, or at least I don't remember it fitting like that. But overall, like, the quality withstood like the wash. It sounds terrible, but I think I'm going to continue just washing it in the washing machine anyway, because I'm just not a fan of hand washing things, and I really do love these jumpers. I sort of wear them slightly less frequently so that I don't have to wash them as regularly. But they are really nice quality overall, despite the fact that it is misshapen, but that's my fault. It's not because of the brand. Like, if I had followed their guidelines, I think they would have still looked really nice. But you can't really tell about the misshapen sleeves, like the sort of misshapenness of it all. As the person whose jumper it is, I do notice, but I've never had anyone ask me like why your jumper looks like that. Well, I suppose they wouldn't ask me that. But yeah, I really do like this jumper though. And as I said, I do have it in 2 colours, and this is just the grey equivalent. Again, slightly misshapen because of the wash. But despite the misshapenness, the material has washed well, and it doesn't have as much bobbling as some of the other jumpers that I featured. Again, these were slightly more expensive compared to the other ones that I showed, definitely 50 plus. I can't remember exactly, but it was definitely more expensive because I remember thinking, oh, I spent a lot of money in Knitwear. But as I said, I wanted to invest in something. I just should have checked the label before I did. But other than that, I'm really happy with the quality of Knitwear. And the next time I go to the States, I'm definitely going to add a few more bits to my collection. And that's the end of my knitwear collection video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you're new. And let me know in the comments what your favourite jumper is, and if there's any brands that you recommend for doing with knitwear that you think I should look into. It would be great to hear from you. But thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you next time.